Good morning, student. In our first period, I will be discussing on two sum, that is sum number 1, sum number 5 and sum number 6. I have not written the question as because I have also sent the pictures of question number 5 and 6. So you will watch out from those pictures. Okay. I will just read out the question and at the same time I will go for the solution also. Now, what is the question of question number 5? Mohan deposited rupees 2000 in his bank account and withdraw rupees 1642. See, I have written Mohan deposited how much amount? 2000. How much money he withdrawn? 1642. Now, what is the next thing they are saying? If withdrawal of amount from the account is represented by negative integers. See, it is I have written this. If it is written in the question, if withdrawal amount is represented by negative integer, that is minus 1642. Why it is taken as negative integer, students? As because we are taking out from your something you are taking out from the account, isn't it? So when you are taking out from the account, that means you are subtracting some account money from your account. Okay, so that is the reason it has taken as negative. Now, what is the question that they are asking? They are asking that if the withdrawal amount is represented by negative integers, then how will you represent the amount deposited? So obviously when we are depositing anything in our account, so we are adding some amount to your account, isn't it? So the deposit amount will be represented by positive integers, that is plus 2000. Okay. Now, what is the final question they have asked in the question? It is as find the balance in Mohan's account after the withdrawal. So after the withdrawal, how much money he deposited at first? 2000 rupees. How much money he withdrawn? That is how much money he have taken out? 1642. So after the withdrawn, how much money? What is the balance would be there? So balance is equals to 2000 minus 1642. This is the amount that you deposited and this is the amount that you have taken out. So after the amount has been taken out from the account, this is the balance that will stay in the account. Okay, that is rupees 358. Thus, the balance in Mohan's account after withdrawal would be rupees 3, 5 and 8. Okay, this is the solution of question number 5. Now, in question number 6, there is one particular diagram is given, student. Okay, the diagram, according to the diagram, there is 2 points are there. This point you will not get it in the question. This is I have drawn. So this side is west and this side is east. Now, if this side is east and this side is west, you have to consider this particular diagram as an integer. Consider this a as 0 and what lies at the right hand side of the 0, students? Yes, all the positive integers. And what are the numbers which lies at the left hand side of the 0? That is negative integers. So anything that is happening on the east side will be taken as positive and whatever is happening towards the west side will be taken as negative. Okay, this is the conception. With this conception we will enter to the question. So what is the question? Now there is a one girl named Rita goes 20 kilometer towards east from a point A. Suppose Rita was here, okay, and she moves 20 kilometer towards east. So she is moving towards the positive side, isn't it? As because we are considering this as a number line also. Now, from B, once she reached point B, she moves 30 kilometer towards west along the same road. Now from here, she moves towards the west. Now she is going to the negative integer side. Okay. Now she has taken a distance of 30 kilometer and finally she reached to point C. In the question it is not mentioned that she has reached a point C, but I have marked a point so that it would be easier for you to understand. So Rita was here. She walked from A to B 20 kilometer. Then from B she took a U-turn and she moved towards west side and travelled 30 kilometer and reached at point C. Okay. Now, what is the question saying? If the distance towards east is represented by positive integers, are you getting me, students? That if Rita was going towards east, then that particular distance will be considered as positive. So if it is considered as positive, how will you represent the distance travels towards west? So when Rita took a U-turn and moved towards west side, so what is the sign that you will represent? Obviously negative. Now see what I have written. According to the number line, Rita moves towards east is represented by positive integers because she was going toward this side, and we'll consider A as 0. But she moved in opposite direction. Now she took a U-turn, okay, and Rita moves west. Now she started moving towards west side. So in that case, the entire thing will be represented by negative integers. Okay, that is Rita moved 30 kilometers towards west side. Now what is the final question that they are asking? Now the question they have asked is, by which integer will you represent her final position from A? Now from A, what is the distance that Rita took? So the total distance from C to B is 30 and A to B is 20. So what is the distance from here to here? Obviously from this you have to subtract this distance so that you will get this distance. So the final distance from A to C will be what? 10 kilometer. But as since Rita has moved towards western side, so we have to represent that kilometer with minus sign. So let's check it out. So see the figure. Now distance from A to B is what? 20 kilometer. Distance from B to C is what? B to C is what? 30 kilometer, isn't it? Now distance from A to C is what? 20 minus 30. Okay, so I have done 20 minus 30. Why? Because we'll get as a minus 10 kilometer. Now this minus sign is representing towards which side Rita has traveled. That is towards western side. Okay, this minus sign is representing representing that she has traveled towards west side. Or else another thing you can do, that you can minus 30 minus 20 also, no problem with that. But when you will give your answer, you should place your answer with this minus sign, so that this minus should represent which direction she has finally took. Okay, so that's it for first period. In the second period, I will give you the explanation of question number 8 and question number 9.